Thank you for joining the High Seraph in the Chorus of Angels. I am the High Seraph, aka the Angel Mythos, and you are my Chorus of Angels. And while this game is amazing and beautiful, and I love it so much, I do want to let y'all know that there is still a little bit of audio issues in the VOD. I do fix them later on, I believe, but it can be a little hard to hear me near the beginning, so just take it for the ride that it is. I hope y'all enjoy. And again, thank you for joining the High Seraph in the Chorus of Angels.
What about you? Are you going to answer the door finally? You should speak with Randy and his daughter, Sophie Cooper. Yeah, I should. Knock on the door? Yes. You gonna answer? Oh, holy shit, someone answered the door. Go figure. The door creaks open, revealing a man framed by the dimly lit foyer behind him, his gut hanging over his waistband of his jeans, called out, his shoulders tense with unease. Mr. Cooper? Who's asking? Detective Mythos Seraph. I'm a homicide detective with the state police. Hey, that's me. Oh, Is he Scottish? Ooh. I was wondering when y'all were gonna show up. May I come in and have a word with you? His eyes, marked by a mix of weariness and resignation, settle on you. Sharp, cautious, and already bracing for what's to come. Without a word, he steps aside, gesturing you inside with a curt nod. A man of few words. Ooh, I like his house. Hey, get back here. I wanted to talk to you. Also, I'll ruin your toilet. Don't insult me. I appreciate you talking with me today. I know things have been tough around here. Randy glances around the room as though searching for an escape from the tension. Yeah, well, tough doesn't even begin to cover it. I can't tell you the amount of times that girl stayed here. When my daughter was younger, they damn near hung out every day. I'd like to get a clearer picture of some things. Ask about... I do want to know about this, but I also want to know about the statue head. Randy, let's talk about the missing statue head that turned up 3 weeks ago. Folks around here seems to think Paul Richards has something to do with it. What's your take on that? He exhales sharply, rubbing his hands together as if trying to calm the restless energy coursing through him. Paul Richards? Yeah, I heard all the talk. He's always been a pain, pulling dumb pranks for attention. You know, moving people's garden gnomes or soaping up windows. Nothing big, just petty stuff. He's the kind of kid who can't stand being ignored, always has to stir the pot. So yeah, people jump to conclusions, but it could have been anyone. Just because he's a jerk doesn't mean he's the one who did it. You think that's the reason people point fingers at him? He raises his shoulders in a quick, dismissive motion, his face contorting in annoyance, clearly frustrated by the line of questioning. Why not? He's always been trouble. It's easy to blame the kid who's been causing problems for years. I don't know what he was thinking, but I wouldn't put it past him. But no proof, right? So I wouldn't get all riled about it. You sense that he's nervous to lay the blame on Paul. Why, though? I sense that you don't want to lay the blame on Paul. Why didn't... Okay, that didn't need to be two different dialogue boxes. Look, detective, I'm not trying to stoke any fires or get into any beefs with anyone. Sophie and I, we mind our own business. What's done is done. Chief Lawson investigated it. Nothing turned up. I'm content to leave it at that. It seems like you'll have to speak with Oh god, I forgot that was his fucking rapper name. You'll have to speak with Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog himself about the missing statue head. fucking bitch slapped into reality from my voice acting. Ask about Emily. So to catch you up on the plot, by the way. The plot is there was a girl that was murdered in this small town named Buckfield, and we're trying to figure out exactly who did it. This is like such a small town that barely anything happens around here, except for apparently lots of drug use, and some weird, creepy people. But overall, small town, nothing bad happens here. So we're trying to figure out what's going on, and we're also trying to figure out little mysteries here and there as well. I need to ask you about Emily. Your daughter Sophie used to be close with her, but they drifted apart. Can you tell me what you remember about Emily? Randy scratches the back of his neck, his brow furrowing in concentration, as if searching for the right words. Emily was a good kid, but hell, she was always hanging around with the wrong crowd, especially that Richards. He was always dragging Emily into trouble, and Sophie, well, I didn't want her to get caught up in their shenanigans. Do you think Emily was onto something more serious? He hesitates, looking off to the side for a moment, offering a half-hearted shrug. She got tangled up in all sorts of stuff. Look, I don't know the half of it, but she was spending a lot of time with Sarah Foster, and I think those girls together got into all sorts of trouble. You can say what you want about Sarah, but Emily, she was just unlucky and got started down a bad road, especially with Paul. What about Tommy Harris? Do you know him well? Could he be involved in this? Oh, Tommy Harris is a piece of garbage. Tommy. Everyone knows Tommy. Got a lot of problems, but murder? Nah, not Tommy. He's got his demons, no doubt, especially with whatever's going on between him and Linda Johnson, his probable wife. Common law at this point, but he's not a killer. I never got the sense he'd take things that far. Not with Emily. He's not a smartest guy in the room, granted, but not a killer. No. So you're absolutely convinced he's not a suspect? No. You're wasting your time there. Now, Sophie? She might know more. She sees the little things I don't. Alright, Randy. I appreciate your time today. I'll keep looking into things, but I might need to come back if we turn up anything new. Yeah, sure. You've got to catch this guy. I don't think anyone in town is going to sleep until you do. Is that why none of them are answering their fucking doors? You offer a quick, friendly gesture of appreciation. You know, it's probably, like, game progression, but how dare they? Park the trees sway gently. Oh, that's cute. A print of Bierstadt's Yosemite Valley hangs on the wall. Okay. Umberto. Honey. Sweet pea. No, thank you. No, I don't need to call headquarters yet. This also, the person who made this put detail into, like, everything. Everything is so well... Birdo, hush your face. So well, like, thought out and detailed. You turn the handle, but the locked door denies you entry. It likely leads to the basement, you presume. Hey, that goes to the basement. You don't need to go down there. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, did the dog just bark at me? Hello, puppy. The Belgian Malinois, that looks like a Doberman, but okay, watches you intently, its sharp eyes and upright ears tracking your every move. As you reach out, it stays poised, exuding both curiosity and quiet vigilance. Cute baby. Here, let me just ruin your toilet real quick, because that's a power that I have. A bright canvas of wildflowers hangs above the gleaming porcelain, adding a gentle charm to the space. No. You let me ruin this man's toilet. Damn it, okay. I can ruin the grieving mother's toilet, but I can't ruin this man's toilet. Okay. Pepto-Bismol expired 2 years ago. Okay, cool. What room is down here? It doesn't look like I'm able to get into this room. Oh, okay, there we go. What's this? We got letters here. Desk is small but tidy. The stack of Reader's Digest magazines and a hardcover copy of The Catcher in the Rye are neatly arranged alongside a yellow pad with some scrawled notes. Ooh. Well, what are the scrawled notes? Oh my goodness. Nice to see you're having fun. Oh yeah, I love games like this. I enjoy them very much. I like kind of picking things apart and just kind of seeing what happens in the world. The workbench holds a small box of carefully arranged imported car parts. Oh, he likes to work on cars. That brings me back to my childhood. What does this say? bowling plaque hangs in the garage bar, celebrating years of league play at 5-Star Lanes. Well, let's talk to Sophie then. Knock, knock. Sophie, I'm a detective with the state police. I'd like to ask you a few questions. The young girl invites you to enter. Doesn't even get dialogue to say hello. You approach the girl as she paces back and forth in her bedroom, lost in thought. The air feels heavy with unspoken grief, the girl's eyes red and tired. Sophie, I'm sorry to put you through this, but I need your perspective. You knew Emily better than most. Anything you can tell me will help.
I don't know if I can help. I mean, I want to, but it's all such a mess. What do you want to know?
Ask about her and Emily. You guys had a falling out. You and Emily used to be really close, right? What happened between the two of you? Sophie gives a faint shrug, her gaze darting nervously to the floor, unable to settle, as though searching for something to anchor her thoughts.
Yeah, we were best friends back when we were younger, but things just changed. You know how it is when you grow up, right? You change, you grow apart, not in a bad way, really, but she started hanging out with different people. I don't know, maybe I was just growing up and that's the things we used to do. It was like she needed to find her way on her own, and I guess I was still holding on to the things from when we were younger.
She falters, her expression tightening as she wrestles with echoes of the past, the weight of recent events heavy in her silence.
I don't know. After her dad passed, it was like something in her shifted. She was never the same after that. Or we were, 11? That's a tough age to deal with that kind of stuff. And she never really talked about him after. But she was different, you know? I think she felt lost. Like she was carrying around all this sadness no one else could see. And I wasn't the best at helping her through it.
Sounds like that was hard. So you think the change came from her dad's death? She inclines her head slightly, her features momentarily easing into something fragile and reflective, as though clinging to a fleeting memory.
It wasn't just that. I mean, yeah, it hit her hard. But Emily wasn't the type to get all quiet or anything. She always had people around her. It was more like, I don't know, she found a new crowd. People who were more her speed, I guess. And I started drifting too.
You watch her closely, sensing the strain in her voice, every pause and tremor hinting at the storm of emotions she's struggling to contain.
We just didn't really click anymore. Same with Sarah and I. But Sarah, she was always there for Emily. She always knew how to make Emily laugh. And Emily just needed that, especially after her death. I couldn't really make her laugh like that. I didn't get it. Then she got into Paul Richards, and I didn't exactly approve of that. She didn't listen to me.
Asked about Paul. Wait, I don't recognize Jacob, but I do recognize Paul. It's a friggin' shop hot dog or whatever his rapper name is. You mentioned Paul Richards. What was he like? She leans closer, her look growing more intense, clouded with both apprehension and a quiet desperation to make sense of what happened.
I didn't like Paul. He was always looking for attention. He used to pull pranks in school just to get a reaction. He was a few grades older than us, but you'd swear he's forever stuck in middle school. Emily would just say he's misunderstood. She had a huge blind spot. Always got real defensive about him. As for anything dangerous, I don't know. It's hard to say. She wasn't like reckless, but she wasn't exactly making the best choices either. People told her he wasn't good for her and that he wasn't the guy she thought he was. But she didn't want to hear it. I think she liked how free he was or whatever. But the truth is, it was like trying to talk to a brick wall. She wouldn't listen, and eventually I just stopped trying. We were so far apart after that.
And Jacob Turner? He started to hang around recently, right? Her shoulders lift in an unconvincing shrug, betraying her uncertainty and inner turmoil.
Jacob. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't keep tabs on her life or anything, though. But yeah, maybe a few months ago, he's not someone I'd trust. I mean, I don't know everything, but I heard stuff about his past. Not good stuff. At first, he seems like the kind of guy who had his act together. I mean, he works at the library, right? He's like almost 30 years old. He was always super nice to me whenever I saw him, but then people were talking about him with Emily and Sarah, saying they were getting high together. I knew Emily and Sarah smoked pot with Paul all the time, but this was different. Coke, pills, you name it. Honestly, I couldn't picture him like that. Just to say nothing of Emily. He always seemed decent to me, but if Emily and Sarah were hanging out with him, I guess maybe I was wrong.
Ask about the foes. Oh, also just warning you guys, there's an ad starting in about 3 minutes. Do you think Emily had any enemies or anyone who might have wanted to hurt her? Her hands nervously grip the edge of her sleeve, twisting the fabric as though trying to distract herself from the ache in her chest.
Enemies? Not that I can think of, really. Emily was a good person, always tried to do the right thing, even when she was mixed up with the wrong crowd. I mean, sure, some people didn't get her, especially after she started hanging around Paul. But who didn't she get along with besides her mum and her mum's boyfriend? And the one who might have had the grudge. You mentioned Tommy Harris.
Oh, wait, that's me. Anyone who might have a grudge? You mentioned Tommy Harris. You notice that her lip is quivering as she bites down, her mind visibly pulling at scattered fragments of memory.
I don't know. Tommy Harris seemed like to have had a thing against her. Not that I ever knew him to be violent towards her or anything. Her mum's a different story. But I remembered seeing him stare at her sometimes. He's got issues, you know? PTSD from Vietnam, maybe.
Tommy's reputation. You really think it's Tommy? You think Tommy had something against Emily? A faint, hollow laugh escapes her, more a reflex than genuine humor as she lifts her eyes with a mix of disbelief and pain.
I don't know.
I've never really saw them talk much.
He's complicated. Yeah, I've heard the stories about him. Everyone knows he's a small-town guy with problems. Drinking, you know, maybe some bad history with Mrs. Johnson, but not the type to murder Emily. Maybe he had a weird way of looking at people, but I don't think he'd go that far.
Do you think anyone who Emily was close with could be responsible? Paul? This librarian I've been hearing about, Jacob, that I already asked you about? Sophie shakes her head, a faint pinch, her face pinched with grief and an unspoken plea for answers.
Emily was lost. I think she thought she could fix everything. Change people like Paul. Maybe even Jacob if the rumors are true. In reality, I think they only changed her. Maybe it was the way she let herself be pushed and pulled in every direction that made her an easy target. But I don't think anyone I know, anyone in Buckfield, would have hurted her. I've told you everything I know. I don't think there's anything else I can say to help. Just find out who did this. For Emily.
She looks back down, her voice softening almost to herself.
She didn't deserve any of this.
The room falls silent, signaling that no further questioning is needed here. You've been a big help, Sophie. Now, I know this wasn't easy, but everything you shared brings us closer to the truth. Alright, cool. Now can I ruin this man's toilet? No. Okay, well, fine. Excuse me, doggy. Actually, hold on. Let me back in. Oh, you figured I'd come back eventually? I just want to make sure. Okay. Okay, there's nothing else. I thought that maybe there'd be like some additional dialogue after I talked to Sophie, but no. Sarah, yep. Can I talk to her now that I've talked to Sophie? I sure can't. Sarah is elusive as hell. This one, yes. Oh, hello. It's the receptionist. Welcome back, Detective. The doctor's waiting for you just down the hall in the post-mortem suite. Thank you. You lift your chin subtly. Hell yeah. Doing all the things. I haven't gotten to meet this doctor yet. I wonder what he's like. Morgan Storage. Knock on the door. Yes, please. A voice beckons you to come inside. See, that's what I usually expect from someone. Oh. Hello, Doctor. Dr. Mike Daniels greets you with a professional but weary demeanor. The morgue is cold, sterile, and lit with fluorescent lights, casting harsh shadows on Emily's body, which is behind a curtain still. Dr. Daniels? Detective Mythos, Sarah. What do we want Dr. Daniels to sound like? Should we give him we'll give him like a slow voice, like, nice to finally make your acquaintance, Detective. I still can't believe this happened. In Buckfield, of all places. It's a mess, you reply, exhaling deeply. She was only 18. What can you tell me so far, Doc? He sighs, gesturing to the body. It's brutal. Cause of death, exsanguination from multiple stab wounds to the chest. I counted 14 of them, with most clustered there. Any post-mortem? A few, maybe. But she was alive for most of them. Likely unconscious by the time the final wounds were inflicted. But the heart was still beating. Okay, Berto, you can't climb into my eye and expect to stay out. I'm gonna put you to bed in a second. The amount of blood lost confirms that. What about the defensive wounds? I surmise she tried to shield herself, judging by the condition of her hands. That's right. There are clear signs she fought back. Broken nails, abrasions on her hands and forearms. Emily didn't go quietly. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go put this bird to bed. And I return. God, this tea is good. Okay. Then there's the bruising around the neck. She was strangled, but not to kill. Probably to subdue her. Sexual assault? He nods grimly. Unfortunately, yes. There is evidence of that. Recent trauma to the pelvic region. You can't help but snarl under your breath. Whoever did this, they were a monster. Bastard didn't just want her dead, he wanted to dominate her. Exactly. This was personal, Detective. You don't see this level of overkill in a random attack. Whoever did this hated her, or at least hated what she represented to them. At the crime scene, we found size 10.5 footprints near her body. That's consistent with my findings. Couldn't give you an exact number, but the bruising on her arms indicates strong hands. Definitely someone larger and stronger than her. You can get more specifics once tissue samples are analyzed and prints are run on the defensive wounds. Regrettably, I don't have the tech to do that here. What about the time of death? Based on body temperature, lividity, and rigor, I'd estimate between midnight and 3 a.m. She was found early this morning, so the timeline fits. You stand still for a moment, processing everything he's told you, your mind lost in the moment. At the time and place that Emily was slaughtered, replaying every detail of the horror she endured. Detective? Suddenly you snap back to reality. Whoops, there goes gravity. Solid work, Doc. By the way, Chief Lawson mentioned that you used to work at the medical examiner's office in Augusta? Oh, yeah, that was probably 15 years ago now. I didn't work there long. Decided maybe that wasn't the career I wanted. I found my calling. He pauses briefly, considering his words. I found my calling in saving the living instead of studying the dead. Working at the medical examiner's office gave me a clear picture of how fragile life is. But here, as a doctor, I get to fight for it every day. It's about giving people another chance while they're still here. I like that. That's nice. You quickly glance around the room. And yet here you are. Here I am. You both remain silent, exhausted from the weight of the day, each of you appreciating the starkly different paths your lives have taken and the fortuitous nature of life that has brought about the present encounter. Alright, keep me posted if anything new comes up. Of course. Alright, let's see what we got around here. Alright, we got whiteboard. Poor girl. Standing over. Oh, okay, I can examine her body. Let's examine her head and neck. Bruising around her neck is prominent, dark, blotchy marks indicating strangulation. There's faint laceration on her lip, likely from where she bit down during the attack. Her hair is slightly matted, but her face still holds a hauntingly peaceful quality. Examine her hands. Her fingernails are broken with dirt and dried blood under them, evidence she fought back. Her palms show minor abrasions consistent with defensive wounds or falling during the attack. Examine her torso and legs. Multiple stab wounds are present, deep and deliberate. Most are clustered around the chest, suggesting the killer's intent was focused on ensuring death. One wound narrowly missed the heart, while others punctured the lungs. The lower legs show faint bruises, likely for being dragged. The knees have light scrapes, possibly from the contact with rough terrain before her body was found. Examine... I don't want to look at this one. Bruising patterns. Fresh bruises on her upper arms and shoulders suggest she was forcefully restrained. The pattern suggests a strong grip, one hand significantly larger than her own. Examine nothing else because I'm not looking at the other one. Okay. It's getting late. You should go check on Clive. Oh, okay. Does that mean I actually get to sleep? I feel like my poor little person just hasn't gotten to sleep at all whatsoever. Oh, hey, Clive. I'm glad that you are alive and exist.
I feel like a new man. Spent the whole damn day on the toilet. I swear I shat my brains out.
This is what you get to come back to, Hal.
If that's not a cleanse, I don't know what is.
Glad to hear you survived, you say with a snicker. I thought you might need a stretcher there for a while.
Yeah, well, I made it. Now what's the deal with the case? Anything interesting?
It's dragging, you know how it is, poking at things, hoping they'll fall apart.
Alright, enough about that. I'm starved. Let's go get some real food at the Damsel.
You're brave, man. After everything today, you're really willing to risk it again?
You bet your ass I am. Ain't no way I'm gonna let a little stomach bug stop me from getting a decent meal. You coming or you too busy playing detective?
Yeah, I'm in. Might as well get some food while we talk shop.
Good. Oh, and by the way, Chief Lawson came by earlier. He and Officer Wallace want to join us.
Oh, okay. More the merrier.
So, Rookie, you ready?
After your old timer. I've done quite a lot of work today, thank you very much. I have been a very good detective cookie. Oh my god, there's so many people in here now. It looks like there's someone who got cloned, but in just different clothes at one of these tables. It's wonderful. Chief Lawson chuckles softly as he picks up his drink. Can you believe that Vining's gone and found himself a date? Met some gal over in Augusta today. Guess they're meeting up for dinner. He glances sideways at Clive, raising an eyebrow. Who would have thought?
The badge has its perks, eh?
Unfortunately, I don't think she's looking to help solve any cases. Officer Wallace's gaze drifts lazily over to the booth across the aisle, her voice almost nostalgic. Look at Mr. and Mrs. Collins over there. Always sit at the same booth, sharing a slice of pie like it's their little tradition. Have you met Gary and Betty Mythos? I have. They're very nice. Such a cute old couple. Been coming here every Friday since, well, forever, I think. Her eyes linger for a moment as she ponders. I wonder why they never had any children. You'd think they'd want to pass down a store, huh? They have a son. His name's Tom. Big banker on Wall Street, from what I hear. Gary doesn't like to talk about him, though. Hell, I get the feeling things aren't exactly smooth between them. Wallace raises an eyebrow, frowning curiously, her voice low but intrigued. Really? I wonder why. Never asked, but you know how Gary is. Stubborn as a mule sometimes. What a shame. Can't imagine not being on speaking terms with my own child. I can. Lawson's tone sharpens, almost protective, as if guarding a memory. Family can be complicated, Wallace. Things aren't always as simple as they look from the outside. You'll understand someday. Yeah, this is the 90s. You're gonna have babies. Clearly. Because that's what women are expected to do. You lean in, looking for a way to crack through the layers of politeness between the four of you. You got any kids, Laura? She laughs, a short, humorless sound that fades quickly as she glances at her glass, fingers tapping nervously on the edge. Not yet. Gotta meet Mr. Wright first. How about you? Same boat. We're gonna ignore the fact that real-life Detective Seraph has Seraph Jr. Seraph's still looking for Mr. Wright, too, he chimes in, grinning slyly, his voice teasing but not unkind. There's a sudden sense of camaraderie in the air, the shared understanding of lives' unspoken jokes. Good luck with that. How about you, Clive? What's your story? Clive's tone grows quieter, more grounded, his eyes momentarily unfocused. Yeah, I've got a daughter. She lives with her mother. I didn't know you had a daughter, Clive. Yep, she's in grade school. Sweet kid. I don't know where she gets it from. Certainly not from my ex. Welcome to the club, Clive. At least you got someone to make all this worthwhile. At least you found love again. Nah, twice divorced now. I guess I never learned. Clive nods slowly, understanding more than he lets on, his voice almost a quiet affirmation of life's disappointments. Oh, I always thought you and Meg seemed so happy. A bitter laugh escapes Lawson, but it's not really a laugh. More like a bark. Yeah, well, like I said, not as simple as things look from the outside. You got kids, Frank? Who's Frank? Is that what Officer Lawson's first name is, Frank? He pauses, his voice shifting back to his more professional register, though there's still a touch of weariness beneath his words. Gonna take that as a yes. 2 boys, but enough of this. Let's get back to the case. You were suggesting some pretty salacious stuff before. Just reporting what I've gathered, Chief, you reply, pulling out your notepad. And you think all of this is relevant to Emily's murder? You've got to follow a trail where it leads. I don't like what you were suggesting about Pastor Peters, Detective. Her jaw tightens, her hands folded on the table as her eyes narrow. Hey, this fucker was peeping on Emily when she was 15. You just gonna hand-wave that? Lawson's voice shifts to one of cold logic, though there's a flicker of unease beneath. Look, Linda's got her views about the church, Peters. Whatever, I'm not discounting those. His voice hardens, like he's drawing a line in the sand. But saying that rises to the level of violence, a real bad kind of violence we're dealing with here, I don't like where you're going with this. Wallace's eyes flash with frustration, a warning almost buried in her words. That doesn't even include what you implied about Linda earlier. Clive snorts, his lip curling into a grimace as he leans back, his arms folding across his chest. Hey, if her own damn mother stood to benefit financially from a death, I think you'd better look twice at that. Twice, 3 times, fine. But what are you actually saying? Her mother could have assaulted her in that way? That doesn't begin to add up. Maybe she had someone do it. Things didn't go how she planned. And shocking as it might seem, there have been several notable cases of mothers killing their children for a variety of reasons. There was the case of Susan Smith in Southern Carolina just last year. Maybe she wanted to appease her boyfriend. Wallace butts in like the sharp crack of a whip, her disbelief palpable. This is absurd. Scandalous. You hold up a hand, cutting through the noise. There's an undercurrent of frustration in your speech as well, the strain of not having the answers gnawing at you. Look, we all agree, regardless, that Tommy Harris is a lead we're pursuing. And that drifter. You glance at your notepad, eyes landing on the task you'd written earlier. Locate Eddie Blake. Gripping your pen, you underline it with a purpose, the urgency of it sharpening like a blurry image coming into focus. I couldn't find him! I tried! I still need to locate Eddie Blake. Paul Richards and Jacob Turner, too. Yeah, I couldn't find any of those assholes. Also, I just noticed I have the biggest pot of soup in front of myself. I am truly the soup pope. Truly. Lawson's tone shifts to one of dismissive certainty, eyebrows knitting together in a muted agitation as he shakes his head. You're wasting your time with Richards. Wallace crosses her arms, her skepticism evident in her expressions. And the librarian? Really? He was supplying Emily drugs. Possibly cocaine pills, according to Sophie Cooper. You don't think he's worth looking at? There's an oh yeah, that is Edge, of reluctance in Wallace's voice, like she's not quite convinced. Maybe they're worth looking at, Seraph, but it feels like we're grasping at straws. Like we're still at square one. Clive leans forward, hands on the table as he speaks, his words laced with irritation. Welcome to how a fucking homicide investigation works. This ain't the movies, for Christ's sake. I'd say you got 6 suspects, Seraph. Eddie Blake, Jacob Turner, Linda Johnson, Paul Richards, Ron Peters, and Tommy Harris have been moved to your suspects list because I have the power to do that. Start there, now. A flash of concern crosses your face as you watch Clive stiffen, his face draining of color, his words coming out strained like someone holding back the inevitable. What? Clive, you okay? Everyone's attention shifts to Clive as his stomach cracks audibly. God damn it. His face scrunching in pain as he breathes come in sharp glass. The room feels suddenly quiet. Oh God, fucking damn it, Clive. He cringes as he pushes back from the table. My stomach is coming back, fuck me. His discomfort is visible at every movement as he rushes towards the door, his face pale. Why wouldn't he just go to the restaurant bathroom? The sound of his footsteps echoing the fears of a man who knows he is about to shit his pants at any moment. God damn it. Lawson chuckles softly, his stare following Clive's retreating figure with a mixture of humor and mild disdain. Good lord, this dude needs to see a doctor. There's a doctor in town now. He could go see him, but no. Well, I guess the damsel's food isn't for everyone. Wallace looks at you, her tone softer now. You sticking around for another day, Detective? There is, perhaps, even a touch of concern in her voice. At least that's how you'd like to interpret it. Damn it, Clive, you mutter, shaking your head. Well, he's already got a room for the night. We might as well stick around, pick up on things tomorrow. By the way, did either of you have a chance to follow up on the vandalism at the church this morning? I know everyone's had their hands full today. Officer Vining stopped there on his way to Augusta this afternoon and collected the rock through the window. The lab might be able to pull something from it, fingerprints, DNA, or fibers, but it could take some time to process. Good. Also, where can I find Richards and Turner? They live in the Fox Tower apartments. So does Emily's Aunt Carol Mitchell. You might want to talk to her too, since she was the last one that saw Emily. But there is one catch. Do you know sign language? I actually do know a little bit. No, I'll just have to rely on my trusty notepad. How do I get into the apartments? Don't I need a key? Talk to Eric Cornell. He manages the property along with the motel. You add another note. There's something else you might want to know. The size 10.5 footprints we found at the crime scene this morning? The lab called while I was on my way over. They matched them. Timberland 6-inch premium waterproof boots. That's very specific. Okay. You learned about a clue. Alright, Timberland. So keep an eye out for those, though gotta admit, I own a pair myself. Doesn't exactly narrow things down. You can't help but let out a soft chuckle, trying to mask the annoyance that seeps into your words. Well, I'd better go check on Clive and maybe get some rest for the night. Sounds like another full day ahead tomorrow. You really looking at all 6 of those people, Seraph? His words are more of a challenge than a question, testing your resolve, his eyes locking with yours. Leave the homicide investigation to the homicide detectives, Chief. He stares you down, the weight of his years in law enforcement pressing on him as he replies with a guttural snarl. Don't get too cocky, Seraph. Oh, is that it? Oh, I guess that's it. Okay, cool. The barkeep is probably not going to talk to me, especially because the bar is full. I don't know where all of these residents magically came from, but it's cool. I'm ready to return to the Moonview Motel and pack it in for the night. Damn straight I am. I have needed a good sleep this whole day. You really don't remember any of this, Clive? I'm sorry, Mythos. Alright, Mythos, it was a long time ago. My memory ain't what it used to be. Oh, we're old now! You peer into Clive's eyes, searching for the soul of your former partner and friend. You only see a shell of the sharp detective you once knew. I'm tired. Let's take a break. We continue this in a while. Sure, Clive. Am I in Clive's house? Is this old man Clive?
Thanks for coming, Mythos, especially in this weather.
I don't think he even remembers me anymore, Evelyn. We were partners for 7 years. I thought these weekly meetings would help.
They are helping, but the doctor said we can only slow Papa's memory loss. But I think he's more lucid lately, and that's in a large part thanks to you.
Aww. Maybe, but I don't like talking about the Buckfield case. That one's never sat well with me.
I know, Mythos. You told me that last week.
Oh, oops. I fear I may be the one suffering from Alzheimer's. She can't help but let out a hushed chuckle. Are you finished for the day, then? I'll stick around for a bit. Okay. Oh. I can explore. It's old Clive's house. I'm an old man. Not watching the inauguration today? Clive shakes his head, letting out a dry chuckle that betrays annoyance. Please, another 4 years of this circus, spare me. Mood. You can't help but show a faint smile. He wasn't my first choice either, but you gotta admit, after the lawsuits, impeachments, criminal indictments, federal convictions, assassination attempts, and everything else, the bastard's resilient. I know damn near exactly when this fucking game came out. That's amazing. I don't like talking politics, Mythos. You should know that by now. I'm sorry, Clive. I do, Clive. He exhales sharply, struggling to find the next words, a flicker of regret in his glance. I know you've been coming every week for the past month. I remember your name, friend. It's just some things, names, places, cases. They sit on the edge of my mind, close enough to touch, but I can't reach them. You try to convey reassurance without overdoing it. It's okay. His posture straightens slightly, and a glint of determination replaces the uncertainty in his eyes. You ready to pick up where you left off? Buckfield case, I mean. Here, let's remain in the present for a second. Is this an urn? Oh, it's a large Chinese ceramic vase. Okay. Very nice mirror. He lives very nicely. Like, he's got a very nice house. Decorated with lots of really nice things. He's got a whole computer. MacBook Pro. Looks newer than the one you have at home. I don't have a MacBook Pro. Ready to catch the next sheet. What does he read? Where's his yaoi? Small bookshelf stands on the wall. Shelves nearly arranged. Oh, okay. Can't find his yaoi in here. Let's find his yaoi somewhere else. Is his yaoi out here? A hand-painted lake scene from Kyoto sits behind an intricately dressed porcelain geisha doll. Well, considering how well this game is written, I'm not gonna get angry at the word intricately. Okay, let's go back to Buckfield. Okay, I took a drink of my fucking tea. That was unfair. Was I really shitting my pants the entire time? That was my first homicide case, period. Spent most of the next day at the clinic, if I recall. Act 2. Hell yeah. Clive's at the clinic? What's going on? Is it serious? You rub your hand across your face, trying to keep your tone even. Yeah, he's got the flu or something. It's not major, just a rough patch. I'm handling things in the meantime. Her disappointment is evident, her voice rising just enough to carry the weight of her authority. There's no time for this, Mythos. The higher-ups are on my back, and I can't keep telling them to wait. Get it moving. I understand. I've got it. I'll push through today, and I'll get you something. Just give me a little space to make some headway. Her voice hardens with a hint of finality, but there's an undertone of trust buried in it. Good. No more delays. We'll send someone to pick you up later. Make sure I don't regret this. A surge of resolve runs through you, and filled with determination. Noted. You hang up the phone. Alright. So, is it nighttime? Is it daytime? It's raining. Okay, well that's a little bit different then. Okay, so I know I need to talk to this guy to get keys for the apartment building, but he is not here. But there's a note right there. There's a note on the reception. I stepped out to South Paris for a short while. If you need a room or assistance, please speak with Victor Lewis at the Dancing Damsel. Help with anything urgent. Thanks for your understanding. Okay, well I needed keys that I'm not sure he can give me, but I will certainly go ask him. This is the back entrance to the Dancing Damsel. No, this is the back entrance to the general store. Let's go to the back of the Dancing Damsel and get Victor to give me the keys. Victor! Oh, hey, Jenny, have you seen Victor? Oh my gosh, hi detective. You want a table for one? Oh, I know, you're probably looking for Victor. He's like over at the clinic or something? She twirls a strand of hair around her finger, tilting her head to the side. So, like, want a table or what? I'm good, thanks Jenny. Yep, okay, off to the clinic I go then. Fucking Clive and his irritable bowel syndrome. Oh, this poor man just can't catch a break. Victor, I need to talk to you. You find Victor leaning on the counter, flashing a dazzling smile. I forgot that he's like super in love with the receptionist. Ah, Lisa, you are a vision today, Mia Sreya. If beauty were medicine, this town wouldn't need me or Dr. Daniels. She like walks away. Lisa rolls her eyes, half smiling. And yet here you are. Shouldn't you be cooking up something amazing at the damsel instead of pestering me? He places his hand over his heart, feigning hurt. Aye, but what is cooking if not a way to win a woman's heart? Tell me, Lisa, when will you let me cook for you? Just once, eh? I'll make you the most romantic arepas you ever had. How about I let you know when pigs fly? I just ate your cooking last night, you know. You wound me, querida, but I am a patient man. One day you'll see Victor's cooking wins every heart. Ah, detective, are you in love with me? I need to get into the Fox Tower apartments. Fox Tower? You got to talk to Eric Cornell about that. I know, but he had to run to South Paris. He left a note at the motel to check with you. Dios mío, with me? Listen, amigo, if you need a room at the motel, I can hook you up, no problema. But anything else, you have to wait for Eric. He won't be gone too long, I'm sure. I couldn't save her. I'm so sorry. I tried. Okay, well... in that case, if we have to wait for Eric to get back... Here, we'll talk to the town gossip real quick. Oh, who is this? The man you assume to be the city manager leans casually against the reception desk, chatting with Maggie. His pinstripe suit is sharp, but it is a little too polished, like he's trying to project an image. He's rather Pepe Le Pew. I love him, though. I love him so much. Like, I love how goofy he is. He is human Pepe Le Pew, and I'm here for it. I would absolutely, like, let him give me kisses after I gave him a bath. I'm not sure if skunks by nature stink. I think it's just when they, like, secrete the smell to repel predators, but, like, you never know. Mr. Jones, I presume? I don't think we've had the pleasure yet. I'm Detective Sarah. He turns toward you, offering a steady handshake, his smile precise and cutting. Ah. Oh, wait a second! Terry Jones, I've been meaning to talk to this guy. Ah, man of the hour, Terry Jones, city manager. Welcome to my little corner of chaos. You decide to bring up... I guess we could do small talk first. Being a city manager must keep you pretty busy, eh? He glances over you, his smile sharp and self-satisfied. Always, detective. Keeping this town running isn't a 9-to-5 gig. But I imagine even city managers need a break every now and again. His gaze shifts momentarily to Maggie as he straightens his tie, speaking just a touch louder than necessary. Yeah, when I'm not hammering out details for town halls, signing papers, and making sure everything stays on track. That kind of work doesn't stop for headlines like this goddamn murder. But enough about that. How's the investigation coming along? The people deserve answers. That's why I'm here. He tilts his head, his tone abrasive but laced with amusement. Right, then let's skip the pleasantries. What's on your mind? Emily and Linda. I wanted to ask you about Emily Johnson. Do you really want to have this conversation in front of your gossip receptionist? His expression grows serious as he folds his arm with a theatrical sigh, though his self-assured tone remains. Emily, such a tragedy. She was one of those kids you just knew would make something of herself. Bright, personable, always had this spark. People liked her. Teachers, neighbors. Not every teenager takes the time to talk to folks around them, but Emily did. Terrible loss. And Linda Johnson? I've heard things haven't been easy for her. He shifts his stance, speaking more deliberately, like something akin to sympathy crossing his face before he quickly masks it. Linda's had her share of struggles for a while now. She's the kind of person who doesn't ask for help even when she needs it. Losing her husband, raising Emily on her own, it's no small feat. And Emily wasn't the easiest kid to manage from what I've heard. I just hope this doesn't, well, break her completely. Indeed, that's very informative. Yeah. Is there anything else to that? Okay, yeah, no, that's it. Okay, well, never mind. Well, if there's nothing else, I got about 10 other crises waiting for me. You got your work and I got mine. Right, thanks for your time, Mr. Jones. He waves his hand dismissively but smirks. Anytime, detective. Just don't let Maggie rope you into any gossip. She's got the town's worth stored up. Yeah, I know. Why did we have this conversation in front of her? Hey, I only share the good stuff. You nod, stepping back and jotting your notes quickly in your notepad. Okay. Hey, Maggie, what's up?
Detective, what brings you to City Hall? Need some paper stamped or just looking for friendly company?
Seems you caught us in the middle of a highly productive morning. If by productive you mean wrangling emails and dodging phone calls, then sure, highly productive. She winks at Terry. You decide to bring up suspects, Jacob Turner. You lower your voice. Maggie, I've heard some rumors about Jacob Turner. Have you ever noticed anything off about him? Her brows lift slightly and she leans closer, whispering back. Rumors, huh? Well, I've seen him act a little off sometimes, but it could just be stress. Anything specific stand out? She hesitates, her fingers drumming lightly on the desk. There have been a couple times he seemed out of it. Distracted, maybe. Wait, by rumors, do you mean like drugs or something? Have you heard anything like that? She fiddles with a pen, her voice quieter. Well, I don't know anything for sure, but now that you mention it, there was this one time his hands were shaking. Real solid, Maggie. She pauses, glancing toward Terry, then lowers her voice further. Could have been nothing, or maybe... Maybe what? She shakes her head, her voice barely audible. I don't know, Detective. Now I feel like I've been missing something right under my nose. God damn it. Now she's just gonna be like, yeah, this dude's on drugs. Is there something I should be concerned about, Detective? Not yet. Thanks, Miss Green. Okay. Thanks for the time, Maggie. Now you got me thinking. I'll keep an eye out for anything unusual. Thanks. Who's this guy? Oh, it's Jacob. Oh, is that... Wait, is that his dad? Is that why he's, like, so concerned? That's me. I don't think he talks fast like his dad. I think he's, like, emo or something. He doesn't offer a handshake as he approaches, just a quick glance sizing you up. You've been hard to pin down. I looked for you yesterday, came up empty. Yeah, well, I wasn't working. Wouldn't have found me here. His tone is flat, as if he's already annoyed. Hey, I did it right. His arms crossed in front of him like he's preparing for a confrontation. The calmness in his voice doesn't match the tension that lingers in his posture. So, where were you? Last night? The night before? What kept you busy? I'm guessing this is about Emily, her murder. You're guessing right. Detective Mito Seraph, State Police. I was with a friend in Mechanic Falls yesterday. Needed to get away. Things here are heavy. What happened to Emily? It's unfathomable. Jacob's eye drifts lazily to the side as he talks, not making much effort to explain his whereabouts further. No argument there. Think you can help me figure out what led to it? Alright, ask away. Jacob shifts his weight, standing a little straighter now, but there's a defensive edge. He looks like he's trying to hold on to whatever calm he's left with, but it's fading fast. Ask about... alleged... No, let's ask about his bond with Emily first. From what I've heard, you and Emily were pretty close. Same with Sarah Foster. He shrugs. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to... Something about borrowing books. Borrowing books? Don't play with me, Jacob. Thank you, I'm so happy with it. Jacob leans back, crossing his arms. We hung out a few times. Big deal. Not much else to do in Buckfield, is there? Emily's mother didn't seem to think that's all that was going on between you two. Neither did her ex, Paul Richards. Oh, he's angry. His tone sharpens. Her mother's an overbearing drunk who didn't know how to connect with her daughter. A sly smirk creeps across his face. And Paul, who cares what he thinks? That guy's got the emotional intelligence of a wet sponge. I think there's more to the story than you're telling me. His smirk fades as he lets out a humorless chuckle. Paul thought anyone who looked at Emily was a problem. Guy's got issues. Maybe look into him instead of hassling me. Hey, dude. Are you trying to drink 4 drunk cigarettes? What's happening? Tell me about these parties you were taking Emily and Sarah to. He tilts his head, feigning confusion. Yeah, in the city on the weekends. Cut the shit, Jacob. He studies you momentarily, as if weighing how to proceed. We went to some EDM shows. What do you want me to say about it? We ate Special K, obviously. Rumors say you were supplying them with more than just books. Linda Johnson said she was worried about Emily dabbling in dangerous habits, that she was getting high with you. His tone grows serious. That woman knew nothing what was really going on with Emily. Anyway, Emily liked to have fun, but drugs? I never gave him drugs. I don't touch that stuff, detective. You're not buying it, but still, you have nothing but hearsay to contradict him. You're 10 years older than these girls. Doesn't it strike you as odd that you were hanging out with teenagers? Going to parties with them? His lips tighten. His cocky demeanor cracks for a moment. I didn't ask to be their chauffeur. They came to me, wanted rides, since neither of them had a car, and they didn't seem to mind my age when they were asking for favors. Besides, they were both adults. I didn't do anything illegal. You expect me to believe a librarian just happened to be their Portland tour guide? What's in it for you, Jacob? His voice turns low and pointed. What's in it for me? How about not sitting in Buckfield every weekend watching tumbleweeds roll by? What's in it for you, detective, other than wasting my time? You can play coy all you want, but multiple people think you were supplying those girls. His shoulders square, voice rising. Think? People think a lot of stupid things. That doesn't make it true. Maybe you should stick to facts, detective. You might actually get somewhere in your investigation. As much as I'd love to keep playing 20 questions, I've got actual work to do. Oh, you know, librarian stuff, because I've turned into you very suddenly. Where's shelving books suspicious too? For someone whose friend was just brutally murdered, you don't seem all that shaken. Oh dear Lord, what happened to my voice? Jacob stiffens. Something in the air seems to change. The room feels a little smaller. Did you come to offer a shoulder to cry on? I know what this is. What you're trying to imply. If I sound callous, maybe it's because you've barged into my workplace, acting like I'm guilty or something. He speaks quickly, almost too quickly. He is not speaking quickly when I'm doing this voice. He rubs the back of his neck as he talks, a nervous gesture that feels almost too forced to be natural. His words carry the weight of something he doesn't want to admit. A slight grimace crosses his face as he tries to avoid eye contact. Guilty? That's interesting. Why would I think that? Because you've got nothing on whoever actually did this, and now you're grasping at straws. So, where were you on the morning she was murdered? He folds his arms tighter, clearly uncomfortable. Like I told Chief Lawson earlier, I was home Thursday night. Didn't leave until Friday morning, well after everything turned to shit around here. That's the truth, whether you like it or not. It might be worth checking with the chief. Let me guess. No one can verify it? That'd be convenient, wouldn't it? Jacob lets out a sigh as though he's tired of the subject. Convenient? Certainly not for you, but that's also wouldn't be my problem. Now, if you're done wasting my time with this nonsense, I said I've got work to do. Enjoy your afternoon, Jacob. I'll be in touch. Can't wait, he calls out, his voice light but tinged with defiance. Next time, bring a fucking library card. Who am I to? He seems to have an answer for everything, you muse, but something about the way he delivers it makes it feel rehearsed. Hey, where was your son last night? Oh, okay, I can't bring up his alibi, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hey, look, a restroom. You know what we have to try to do, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we have to try to do. Could this be the moment? Do you feel something coming? Can you make it happen? But deep down, you know it's not the right time. Oh, okay. No beckoning from the gods of shit at the moment. Okay. This game knows. This game knows. I can always pee, though. Well, we got an ad start in a few minutes, folks, just so you know. Wash your hands, you filthy heathen. As you catch a reflection, it whispers, you again? Okay. Now is not the right time to take a shit, apparently, so... Guess we're not gonna do that right now. Let us... Okay, so we talked to him. That Devo kid seems kind of sus, but also seems like he wanted to be sus. I mean, yeah... I feel like there's definitely something going on with him. Maybe he just doesn't want his dad to know that there's something else going on. You find officers Ben Vining, Laura Wallace, and an unknown officer deep in conversation. Vining leaning casually in the receptionist's chair while Wallace smirks, arms crossed. Their visiting officer, a tall, wiry man with graying hair, listens with bemused expression. So let me get this straight. She ordered salad at Pete's Steakhouse on a first date? That should have been your first clue, Vining. What was I supposed to do? Say, sorry, ma'am, no rabbits allowed? Besides, she was... Hi, guys. He glances up as you enter, straightening his posture. Oh, detective, didn't see you there. You must be the state detective everyone's talking about. Jake Rourke, Mechanical Falls PD. Figured I'd drop by to see if you needed extra boots on the ground with... Well, you know. Oh, that's actually convenient. Officer Wallace nods towards Rourke. Jeff's just got here to stir up trouble. The mayor's got a whole country on edge. He's hoping for an excuse to snoop around. Can't help it if I'm curious. Murder like this doesn't happen around here too often. How's it going on your end? You find anything new yet, or is it still a mess of questions and no answers? There's no shortage of work to be done, and the clock's ticking, but I'm on it. Thanks for your concern, officer, but I'll be alright on my own. Seriously? Salad? Okay, well, they're not going to be any help. What about you? You gonna be any help? Half-empty coffee mug. Detective, I hope you're making progress, because the longer this drags on, the more people in this town are going to turn on each other. And on us. Sets down his papers, rubs the bridge of his nose. Small towns don't have the stomach for uncertainty, and right now we're bleeding it. Just let you like to know the kind of pressure we're under. Chief, did Jacob Turner speak to you about his alibi? He did. Said he was home Thursday night and doesn't leave until Friday morning. You buy it? I don't see him as a killer. Quiet type, sure, but this feels like a bit of a reach. Jacob's alibi might hold water, but something about his proximity to Emily and his demeanor nags at the edges of reason. Skeptical or not, the chief's gut isn't enough to pull this potato salad put this to rest. Okay, so maybe if that is the case, maybe we gotta try to bully some people into talking to us. We've already been to the restaurant. Oh, hey, the store's open now. Haven't been here yet. Hello, NPC. Hello there. Taylor Green. Oh, she's a girl. Okay, cute. Her voice is sharp but warm. Her green eyes meeting yours with an intensity suggests she's no stranger to high-pressure situations.
And no, before you ask, I'm not related to the gossip queen over at City Hall, Maggie Green, with an E at the end.
Her voice crinkles in faint distaste.
She's made my life hell with that name mix-up. Anyway, I'm with the Buckfield Gazette. You must be one of the detectives I heard about. What brings you here?
Detective Sarah. You decide to bring up... I mean, I could bring up all the suspects. Yeah, we'll do small talk in a second. I'm sure she'd want to hear the hot goss. You throw out some names, your 6 suspects, though in a way that does not compromise their statuses in your investigation.
Jacob? I mean, other than the fact that he's the librarian at Buckfield Public Library, I don't have any special knowledge about his past or lifestyle. I know he moved here about a year ago, but that's it.
There's nothing new or worth noting about that.
Tommy and Linda?
Her tone grows colder.
Toxic doesn't even begin to cover it. Everyone knew their fights were nasty. Poor Emily caught in the middle of all that drama.
She sighs, shaking her head.
Linda's always struck me as an extremely manipulative person. She's only looking out for herself. I feel for what she's going through, but damn, feeling anything for her ain't easy.
You and her have any kind of history?
Not particularly. It's a small town, detective. You see the same faces all the time. I never really interacted with her on a personal level, but if we did see each other, she was always looking like a hot mess. Kind of bitchy, you know? You've probably picked up on that already.
How about the others?
Paul Richards, a.k.a. God fucking damn it, Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog. He's a decent rapper, I guess. I mean, if you compare him to, like, Vanilla Ice. But yeah, here's what you've heard. A punk, but pretty harmless. He's a freshman when I graduated from Pine Ridge High.
The Drifter, Eddie Blake?
Eddie Blake? I didn't even know his name. I thought about doing a story on him since his lifestyle just seems peculiar.
Compared to Vanilla Ice, yeah. This game definitely has everything in perspective. Because Vanilla Ice was the shit back then. You remember? Like, he was the thing before Eminem ever came out. Oh my god, he was like the guy. Even then he wasn't that great.
I thought about doing a story on him, since his lifestyle just seems peculiar. But Aaron, he wasn't keen on it. Didn't think it was interesting enough. I don't know anything about him other than I think he lives between the mall and the motel, depending on the day.
The mall and the motel? Okay. Her tone begins to vacillate between dismissiveness and growing impatience.
Was there anyone else? Oh yeah, you mentioned Pastor Peters. I don't know. Typical preacher, I suppose. Seems like a nice guy. I'm not a churchgoer myself, but I know he's helped a lot of people.
She gives you a look that says she's growing bored of this conversation.
Anyone else?
No, that's it for now. I was real big in R&B. Oh yeah. Yeah, Vanilla Ice. He was the guy. Oh, God. There's always been like one white rapper. Always at least one. There's so many of them now, but back then. Here, what about small talk? How's the Gazette holding up these days? Her expression wavers and she lets out a bitter laugh. Only Christian R&B won't want parents were around. Oh yeah, obviously. You gotta do that thing where you put the Eminem CD inside the, like, Garfunkel and, like, what was it? Fuck, what were they called? Holland & Oates, I think is what they were called.
Not great, honestly. I'm the last one standing under Aaron. We laid off 2 staffers in the past year. Budget cuts, lacks of subscribers, you name it. It's just me and him, trying to keep the place afloat.
She glances around, her lips twitching in a sardonic smile.
Sounds cynical, but this murder could be just what we need. People love a tragedy. Hell, look at the O.J. Simpson case. Gets the presses running again. Not that I'd wish this on anyone, obviously.
Her voice softens for a moment, a hint of guilt showing on her face.
Anyway, enough about that.
Talk about nothing. Thanks for your time, Miss Green. Where's Aaron? I want to look at him. Oh my god, look at him with his little sunglasses. Hey, you must be the detective. Man offers you a firm handshake. Aaron Drum, Editor-in-Chief, Buckfield Gazette. Well, editor and everything, really, but the title sounds better, don't you think? Detective Mythos Seraph. Right, from Portland. I talked to your partner this morning. Oh, he actually did work? I'm so proud of him. Let's see. He said he was on his way to the clinic. Didn't look too good, but we spoke briefly. I told him what I knew about the girl Emily. I was hoping to ask him a few questions, but he ran away pretty quickly. Yeah, he's got the shit, sorry. You were out of town yesterday, is that right? I was up in Aroostook County, covering a very hard-hitting story about the declining frog population around some lakes up there. Turns out folks are blaming fertilizer runoff from nearby farms. Riveting stuff, right? It's very riveting. I should have seen the locals. Big debates over frogs and farming. One guy swore he saw mutant frogs with 3 legs. He chuckles, running a hand through his gray, disheveled hair. But that second I caught wind of the rumors of Emily's murder, I dropped everything and drove straight back. Something like this, it shakes a small town to its core. People are already talking, and I've got a paper to fill. I saw the local stations pick up on it. Like watching music videos early in the morning. Gotta have it turned down real low so you can change the channel as soon as you hear the floor creak. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I remember when I was living with my foster family, they were super Christian, mind you. So they were super Christian when I was younger. Apparently they've kind of like chilled out since then, but when they were super Christian, they would only let me listen to the Christian channel to go to sleep, and I was one of those people that needed music to go to sleep back in the day. And so, like, when they weren't looking, or like when they weren't listening, I would turn the channel to like the regular secular rock channel, and then I'd wake up and it would just be on the Christian channel again. I'd be like, oh no, I'm so sorry, I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, last night, Channel 6, Pat Callaghan reported the state police were investigating the murder of a young woman in Buckfield, that the community was shocked, yada yada. They didn't name any names, of course, not much of everything else. That was in the press release later. Not that I was aware of. We'll be putting something out soon, though, probably tonight or tomorrow morning. Well then, you've come to the right place. Aaron leans forward, lowering his voice as if sharing a secret. Now, detective, I get it. You're here to solve a crime, not help the press. But the people of Buckfield are hungry for answers. Any chance you can give me a peek behind the curtain? What are we dealing with here? Oh dear, okay. Refuse to speak or throw Aaron a bone. He could give me some really juicy information. Well, he wasn't even here, though. But he could give me some juicy information about the town. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Maybe he'll throw Aaron a bone? Wait, but that would compromise my integrity. Fuck. What do I do? Shit. MP3 players revolutionized my music listening. Oh yeah. The second I got an MP3 player, my brother, my biological brother that was in foster care with me, he had finally gotten a hold of his computer, and I was able to put like all of my super like secular music on it. My foster father came through and actually heard the music. He's like, you should probably delete all of that. And so my brother went through this really big Christian phase, and so he ended up deleting all of it after I put it on my MP3 player. It wasn't even an iPod, it was like a generic MP3 player from like Walmart or something. Fuck. This is a hard choice. I guess we'll throw Aaron a bone. It's early in the investigation, but the murder was pretty brutal. I can't give you much, but what do you want to know? Aaron's expression hardens as he nods, pulling out his notebook, his face a mixture of intrigue and concern. Oh yeah, hundo P. One hundo P, for sure. Damn, I'll tread lightly with this one, detective. For now. First of all, is there any truth to the rumor that the murder might have been a crime of passion? That's the word going on right now. Ooh, oh, okay. I can just outlandishly lie to him. Okay, what happens if he finds out it's a lie, though? That's what I want to know. Crime of passion. I feel like that's not really clear as of yet. So I'm gonna refuse to speak on that. No comment. Aaron frowns but doesn't push further for now. I woke up with it around my throat, having a panic attack once a month. I figured it was a fair trade for actually falling asleep. Absolutely. Okay, but here's the big one. Some folks say there was a witness. Is that true? Someone see what happened? Tell the truth, I suppose. I don't know if there was. We're following up on leads, but so far we don't have any witnesses to the murder. Let's leave it at that. He looks disappointed but scratches his chin thoughtfully. That's unfortunate. Maybe someone else will come forward. A crease forms across his brow as he frowns, continuing to jot everything or is eager for a scoop. Last question, I promise. Any suspects in custody yet? People want to know if they can sleep safe tonight. I will tell the truth. No arrests yet, but we're working around the clock to bring someone in. He nods as he writes down what you've told him. Good to know. That's going to be the headline. You're still following up on leads, but no witnesses have come forward yet. You affirm with a gesture of the head. There have been no arrests yet, but you're working on stop to bring someone in. That sounds right? Correct. Aaron stands for the moment, contemplating what was said or maybe what wasn't. He shifts slightly as though weighing his next move, his expression unreadable. He gives a short, non-committal nod. Whether it's a thank you or dismissal remains unclear. His eyes linger for a beat longer than necessary, a faint hesitation in his stance before he turns away, leaving the air heavy with whatever was left unsaid. Bitch, you didn't give me anything! I gave you that under the assumption that you were gonna give me things. And you didn't? That was an unfair trade. I see the toilet over there. Not this time. That guy was an asshole. Let me ruin his toilet with my asshole. That's just a chair, okay. Fuck you, dude. You didn't help me at all. Let's see. It's over there. Very nice, large painting. Oh, this also would have gone back here. Okay. That's fine. So I just took the more direct route, it looks like. Okay, so this is the corner store. I wonder, let's go check on the people over here real quick. I feel like maybe this will be a good thing to try to lead on real quick. Is Sarah going to answer the goddamn door? The world may never know. Oh, there's a car there now. I don't think there was a car there before. A man in his late 40s with rugged, no-nonsense demeanor, broad shoulders, and a stocky build answers his door. Hello, Abraham Lincoln. Oh, Christ, you're that federal agent, aren't you? State Police, Detective Mythos Seraph. You're Seraph's father? Mr. Foster? That's right, Brad Foster. What do you want? I'd like to speak with your daughter. I understand she and Emily were close. His eyebrow raises, eyeing you for a moment, then he sighs, giving a slow nod, gesturing with a jerk of his head towards the door, a hint of reluctance in his movements. Right, come on. Maybe they were out of town for a bit. Nancy, this is Detective Mythos Seraph. He wants to speak to Sarah. Where is Nancy? I do not see anyone. God, what did I fall asleep to back in the day? Mostly Fallout Boy. There's a lot of Fallout Boy, Panic at the Disco. There's a lot of Blink 182, and ooh, Little Alice in Chains. I got lucky enough to where I was able to, like, once I got out of foster care, I was able to go back to listening to what I liked, so that was good. Oh my, a federal agent. State police, ma'am. Homicide. Looking into a few things. There's no reason to be concerned. I just need to know what Sarah might know. Oh, there she is. I see her now. Hello, ma'am. She's downstairs. Okay. You got anything to tell me? Her room's downstairs. Okay, cool. Hey, are you here to watch the Angels and Athletics, or are you here to speak with my daughter? Room's downstairs. Okay, sorry. Where is downstairs? Right here? Ah, right here. She lives in the basement? Okay. Sarah, my name is Mythos Seraph. We sound very similar. I'm a detective with my state police and would like to speak to you about your friend Emily. Can you open the door? I don't know anything, okay? Just go away. Brad intervenes, somewhat aggressively. She's grieving. Do you really need to drag her through this? Sarah's mother gently places a hand on her husband's arm. Brad, please, he needs to do his job. I just want to understand what happened. The more I know, the better chance I have of finding out who did this. Fine, but I'm not opening the door. Okay. They just didn't want to make another Sprite, I'm guessing. Ask about her friendship with Emily. Sarah, I know this is hard, but I need to talk to you about Emily. I know you were close, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't important. Her voice trembles behind the door, laced with anger and grief. Close? She was my best friend. You think I don't already feel horrible enough without you digging around making it worse? Her father butts in, gesturing animatedly. Yeah, because that's what grief needs, an interrogation. Real helpful, detective. Got any tips for my taxes while you're here? Nancy touches his arm lightly, her voice soft. Brad, let her speak. She might know something important. Is this going to happen every time I talk to her about something? Sarah, I'm not trying to upset you, but did Emily seem different recently? Maybe stressed or worried about something she didn't share with anyone else? So Sierra wasn't there when I got home from work. Her two family members are up in the pillar, but she's nowhere to be seen. Wonder if she finally left the next adventure off into the great unknown as the circle of life. She's gonna be back tomorrow, you watch. I am very happy for Sierra, though, being able to go fly around and do Sierra things. Also, hi Blayrath, I hope you had a good day at work. There's a long pause before she speaks, her voice quieter. She was stressed, but it wasn't anything she caused, it was her mom. Emily couldn't stand being home. That's why she'd come here or go to her Aunt Carol's. Okay, well, I'm about to ask about your alleged drug use in front of your parents. Are you sure you don't want to open the door? Fucking hell. Sarah, I need to address the rumors going around about Emily and drugs. Some people claim you and Emily were using together. Her tone hardens, bristling with irritation. That's a lie. We went to parties, yeah, but we didn't do drugs. Who's saying that? Sophie? I bet it's her. Tread carefully, detective. Oh, I got an achievement called Expressor. Sophie did mention it, yes. Why would she lie about something like that? Sarah's cadence rises in frustration. Because Sophie's been jealous of Emily for years. She used to be part of our group, but she got clingy and weird. Emily pulled away, and Sophie's been holding a grudge ever since. She's just trying to make her look bad. Brad chuckles, throwing up his hands. Oh great, now it's teenage soap opera hour. Got any popcorn, detective? This is gold. Oh my god. Here, let's ask about some of the suspects, shall we? Did Emily ever talk to you about Paul? I heard they had a complicated history and he wasn't exactly polite when it ended. Sarah's voice grows defensive. Paul was a jerk. He couldn't handle the fact that Emily moved on. He'd call her names like she was asking for attention. Sure, she enjoyed it, but Emily didn't care about him anymore. Just brushed him off. Brad lets out a sarcastic laugh. Fucking living up to the name Brad. Complicated? Oh, sure. I bet Paul couldn't figure out how to tie his shoes, let alone complicate something. He waves dismissively. Move on, detective. What about Pastor Peters? Did Emily ever mention him acting unusual around her? Hesitation creeps into Sarah's voice. Pastor Ron? Not really. I mean, he was always kind of a creep, you know? Sarah! But she never said anything specific. I think he helped her and she liked going, but maybe she felt uncomfortable sometimes. Brad crosses his arms, smirking. Uncomfortable? You mean like this conversation? Seems like a pattern with you, detective. Maybe it's because you keep butting in and keeping me from doing my fucking job, Brad. I also heard Emily had trouble with Tommy Harris. Did she say anything about him to you? Sarah's voice dropped, sounding uncertain. She hated him. Said he was mean. Like, really mean. I don't know if he ever hurt her, though. She wouldn't talk about it. Brad snorts loudly, shaking his head. Shut up! Tommy Harris? Scary? That guy's more likely to lose a fight with his wrench than hurt a girl like Emily. Jesus Christ, you think to yourself, would this guy ever shut the fuck up? Yes, that is exactly what I think. Thank you, me in game. And Linda? Did Emily ever talk to you about her mother or their relationship? There's a bitter edge in Sarah's voice now. Her mom was awful. Always drinking. Like I said, Emily couldn't stand it. Nancy speaks softly, her hands wringing nervously. Poor thing. She always seemed so sad when she came over. Okay, let's ask about Jacob Turner. I also heard that Emily was spending time with Jacob Turner. What can you tell me about him? There's a short lull before Sarah responds, her words careful, almost protective. Jacob's a good guy. He's been through a lot, okay? Emily liked him, and so do I. He's not what people think. Some people might think that a man 10 years older hanging out with teenagers is questionable. You don't find that strange? No, it wasn't like that. We went to the city sometimes, sure, but we weren't doing anything bad. Jacob was just different. He clicked with us. Past tense? Brad's laugh is loud and theatrical and never-ending. Oh, yeah, the 30-year-old man who gets teenagers. Sounds like a totally normal friendship. Real wholesome guy, I'm sure. Sarah's voice fades behind the door, each answer quieter than the last. You sense her grief and defensiveness colliding, leaving her emotionally drained. Brad throws up his arms dramatically. Well, congratulations, detective. You officially harassed a grieving teenager. What's next? Gonna interrogate her stuffed animals? Nancy hesitates, her hands clasped tightly in front of her. Please, detective. She's been through so much. I don't think she can take much more of this. You glance at the door one last time. Sarah, thank you for your time. If you think of anything else, I hope you'll let me know. Brad mutters something about wasting time as you approach them. Nancy quickly side-eyeing him, slightly embarrassed about his combative nature. You pretend not to notice the interaction, informing them that you're ready to leave. Brad sees you to the door. Okay, well that finally happened. Cool. Let's go talk to the pastor again. We really gotta meet this street dog dude. We really have to meet him. He's being brought up a lot and nothing is like happening. Okay, looks like the pastor is in his office. When you step into the office, Pastor Ron looks up from his desk, his face etched with resignation. Let me guess. More questions about Emily. Go on, Detective. I know you're not here to join the congregation. No, I'm really not. Speak with Pastor Ron. You questioned Paul Richards about my broken window yet, Detective? We're handling it. Hopefully we can pull some prints from the rock. I decided to bring up Ron's shoes. Mind if I ask your shoe size? My shoe size? What kind of question is that? Humor me. Size and type. I need Timberland Premium 6-inch waterproof boots in your closet. His lips press into a thin line, hands clasped together as though holding back a wave of anger. Timberlands? What in God's name would I need those for? I'm a size 10, and no, I don't own a pair of those boots. Never have. Now, are you seriously trying to imply I'm some sort of suspect? Me? A pastor? Unbelievable. His voice rises sharply, but he quickly reins it in, his eyes narrowing as if measuring your intentions. This is what it's come to, huh? You dragged my name through the mud because I... what? Helped guide this town? Just covering all the bases, Pastor. No need to take it personally. Funny how I'm the one being asked about shoes when real criminals are out there walking free. You done yet? Without breaking eye contact, you make a brief note, the soft scratch of the pen filling the silence. Ron's shoe... no, I already asked about that. Linda's accusation. I've heard something troubling, Pastor. It's about your relationship with Emily, going back to when she was 15. He points a finger toward you, his knuckles white, as he leans slightly forward in accusation. What? That's outrageous. Who told you that? Linda Johnson, I bet. That woman has been out to ruin my reputation for years. You jot down a quick note, glancing up occasionally to gauge the reaction behind his words. So you're saying there's no truth to it? Of course there's no truth to it. That's the devil's work right there. Lies, manipulation. Linda's always had a problem with me ever since I tried to hold her accountable from her backsliding ways. Drinking, gambling, men coming and going like it's a revolving door. Wow, Pastor. She hated that I saw through her facade. Hated that I wouldn't let her drag Emily down with her. A deep sigh escapes him, and he shakes his head in disbelief, muttering something under his breath. Still, it's a serious accusation. Can you explain why someone might suggest? I don't owe you an explanation. I cared about Emily. She was a lost lamb in need of guidance, and I did everything I could to help her on the right path. But Linda, she twisted everything. She's the real sinner here, Detective, not me. And if you believe her over me, well, I don't know what to say about your judgment. For someone innocent, you sure sound defensive. The pastor's shoulders slump, and for a moment he looks more exasperated than furious, though his tone remains cutting. Defensive? Wouldn't you be defensive if someone came at you with baseless accusations? My conscience is clear, Detective. You can take that to the Lord if you want confirmation. Okay, that's all I needed. Thanks. I'll see your story holds up. For your sake, I hope it does. My story? You don't need a story when you've done nothing wrong. Maybe you should focus on finding the real killer instead of playing games with me. Oh hey, look, his safe is closed, conveniently. No one else in here? Well, okay then. Is he back yet? Oh, hey, he is back. Nice. Mr. Cornell. Huh? Oh, hey, how's it going, Detective? I need access to the Fox Tower apartments. Can you help with that? Fox Tower, huh? What for? I need to speak with some folks. Heard you manage that property as well. He exhales slowly, visibly concerned about the possibility of brewing trouble with one of the residents at his property. It's about Paul Richards, isn't it? I warned him. One more slip-up, but he's out. Feels like I get noise complaints about him every other week. Or is it Tommy Harris this time? Oh, Tommy with your loud, drunken mouth. No, sir, it's nothing like that. I just need to follow up with some folks who may know something about Emily's murder. Your words don't calm him. Instead, they have the opposite effect. Oh, Lord. Please don't tell me one of my residents is involved. The apartment's reputation would sink even lower. I would never recover from the bad publicity. I wouldn't worry just yet. So can you let me in? Fine. You want to go there now? Alright. Let's go. Raise your chin in eager agreement. Oh, okay. Goddamn rain. Come on, the door's here. Oh, okay. So it hit it so if you tried to go in, it wouldn't work. I see. Wow, it feels so much more spacious inside, like it's a weird RPG Maker game. Might call it the TARDIS effect, he says with a chuckle. Optical continuity, vertical emphasis, all the design techniques can lead to a distortion in our perceived spatiality. Anyway, I gotta get back to the motel. Hold on to the key, you can come and go as you please. Oh, thanks. I've got apartments starting at only $300 a month, you know. I'm good, but thanks. That's a steal in this economy. Let's see here. He said big words. He did. I think he was quoting Doctor Who, like, exactly. No, I don't know. Drum is the reporter. Mitchell. I think I need to talk to Mitchell. Paul Richards. Carol Mitchell, yes. Yes, let's knock on the door to talk to Carol Mitchell. Knock louder? Yes. Excuse me. The door creaks open and Carol Mitchell appears, her expression serious, an unmistakable heartache in her eyes, as if part of her is lost. She looks you over, then at the notepad you carry in your satchel. She gestures to it with a subtle motion, indicating she understands you might need it. Oh, right, she's deaf. She reaches up, pressing her hand to her lips, then gestures to her chest, her fingers brushing over her heart as if to say, I know what happened. I'm Detective Seraph, investigating Emily's murder. Her eyes darken when she reads your lips to say Emily's name, a fleeting sadness that's quickly masked, as though she's fighting to keep herself together. You gesture with your hand toward your satchel. I need to ask you some questions, if that's okay. She gives a small nod, motioning for you to step inside, pulling the door wider. Oh, I like how light it is in here. Carol's reddened eyes lock onto yours, steady and unyielding. The grief is there, raw and undeniable, but layered beneath is something quieter. Resolve, or perhaps expectation. You pull out your memo pad, your most effective tool for communicating with the deaf woman. Ask about her relationship with Emily. The notepad feels heavier than it should as you jot down the question. Can you tell me about your relationship with Emily? You pause for a moment, glancing up at Carol. Her face already hints the answer, tight-lipped and weary. You hold the notepad toward her, letting her take her time with it. She takes the pen, her movements deliberate, as if choosing each word carefully. After a few moments, she begins to write, her pen scratching faintly against the paper. Emily was my niece, my half-brother's daughter. He, God rest his soul, passed away years ago. We were close, closer than she was with her mom, Linda. Emily didn't feel comfortable at home, especially with Tommy there. She stayed with me more often recently. It was better for her here. She places the pen to the notepad, her fingers lingering on it before she hands it back to you. Her tired eyes bear the weight of her grief. She stands still, arms folded across her chest, trying to hold herself together. Oh, you seem more broken up than her mom. When did you last see her? You hold up the notepad up, angling it somewhat to ensure she has a clear view. The faint scuff of the pen hangs in the air as her focus shifts to the question, when did you last see Emily? Her fingers tighten briefly around the notepad, her breathing shallow as she absorbs the question. She seems to gather her thoughts, looking off to the side before writing. The night before last, she came home after visiting Pastor Ron at the church. had dinner together. She didn't say anything about going out, and I went to bed around 9 p.m. She was still here then. That was the last time I saw her. That's so sad. Her shoulders sag and she exhales slowly, her hands trembling as she gives the pen back to you. A brief silence settles between you and she as she stands there, hands clasped together, trying to steady herself. You tap the name Ron with your finger, a clear question in your eyes as you gesture towards the name, your hand making a subtle wave as if to say something off. Carol looks at you puzzled. She points to her chest, then to the name, shaking her head firmly. Her lips move silently. Guma? She raises her hands in a small questioning gesture, as if asking, why would you even ask? It's clear she thinks he's a good man. It might be better to drop this line of inquiry rather than stir up any unnecessary drama or anguish for the poor woman. Oh, okay. Emily's relationships. You lean back slightly as you write. What can you tell me about Emily's relationships with people in her life? Linda, Tommy, Paul. After finishing, you tap the pen against the margin once again, a quiet rhythm to break the stillness. Holding the notepad out to her, you study Carol's reaction, her face tensing at the mention of relationships. Her brows knit together, and she rubs the bridge of her nose before picking up the pen. There's an edge to the way she clicks it, her frustration carefully restrained. She begins to write. Her mom, Linda, she tried, but they didn't get along. Tommy was too controlling. Emily didn't like being told what to do. I mean, fair, I get that. As for Paul, he was a troublemaker. Emily deserved better, but she had a soft spot for him. I told her to be careful around him, but you know how teenagers are. Her lips press together and her posture stiffens, almost as if bracing herself against the emotions she doesn't want to let show. She stands there for a moment longer before returning the notepad to you with a small sigh, her hand brushing her forehead as though wiping away invisible stress. I think that's it. Oh no, Jacob Turner. Yes. Feels cold. What about Jacob Turner? Anything unusual? Faint flicker of unease in her posture. She looks at the page. Stares at the question quickly, as though she's trying to express something that weighs on her. Oh. I know Jacob from the library and the apartment. He lives upstairs. Oh. Never had much of an opinion about him. As for Emily and Jacob, I don't know. They hung out sometimes. Oh, okay. Have you seen any signs of drug use or anything strange with either of them? I haven't noticed anything like that. Okay, so not on drugs then. They seemed fine to me, honestly. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention, but I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. Okay. Well, that's good to know at least. Actually, I did notice something strange. A few times last month, I was out walking and thought I saw Emily and Jacob going into the abandoned mall. Interesting. I never asked her about it, just figured it was teenagers being teenagers. At least for Emily's part. I don't know what business they had there. Carol leans back slightly, folding her arms as she watches you read. The silent hangs heavy, her expression unreadable, as if guarding whatever thoughts are racing through her mind. I keep hearing barking. It's so weird. Thank you for your time, Miss Mitchell. You begin to pack your things, ready to leave, but she gestures for the notepad again, her hands shaking as she takes it from you. She grips the pen with more intent this time. Struggling to translate everything she feels into words, slowly begins to write. Emily had a bigger heart than this town. She always saw the good in people, even when they didn't deserve it. She dreamed of leaving Buckfield and making a difference, of being more than what life here could offer her. She was my family, my light after I lost my baby brother.
Aww.
She was everything good in a world that often isn't. Please. The word hangs alone on the page, underlined with a shaky line. Please find who did this to her. She deserves justice. She deserves to be remembered for the beautiful person she was, not the way her life was taken. She gives it back to your hands, dips forward, but she doesn't look away. Her stillness carries a heaviness more profound than any words could, as though her grief has reached a depth beyond conveyance. This is so sad! I have no reason to go digging through her things. Oh, okay, so it's not even going to let me entertain the option of taking a shit in her bathroom. Okay, cool. Nameplate's too faded to make out anything. I mean, sure, why not? Anyone's home. Okay, cool. This game, it has, I feel like it's just express delivering every single emotion in the human experience. Thompson? Do I have to talk to a Thompson? Thompson. No. No, I don't think I have to talk to a Thompson. But there's a couple people upstairs I need to talk to. Every feeling all the time. Or Richards. Oh, wait, hold on. I think that Richards is one of the ones. Paul Richards, that motherfucker. Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to this bitch. So this game, so far this is the only game that I've had, that I've played, in which I can go through an emotionally gripping scene where a woman portrays her actual grief for the only blood family member she has left, and then the immediate urge to ruin her bathroom with a massive shit. Poop jokes of murder and teen drama and medians. Yeah. Paul Richards, open up. We need to talk. The door swings open with a sudden jerk. A young man, perhaps no more than 21 years of age, appears, his reddened eyes and the deep lines of his face betraying a sleepless night. Damn, y'all come knocking like you're trying to break it down. What's good, detective? He looks you over, chin tilted up in defiance, squinting his eyes to halt any leftover tears threatening to fall. Detective Mythos Seraph, State Police, Homicide. I'm investigating the murder of Emily Johnson. You're a name that keeps coming up, Paul. You pull out your notebook, flipping it open for effect. His bravado falters for a split second. Man, you don't think I had something to do with that? Nah, dog, come on, don't even try me with that. You eye him, unimpressed. He sniffles an exaggerated breath, dragging the back of his hand across his nose like a child seeking sympathy. You inviting me in? Or are we gonna talk out here on the stoop? Your neighbors love a good show, right? He grudgingly steps aside. Yeah, coming in then, dog. Don't be making no mess, alright? I just cleaned up the crib. It feels like I am committing a hate crime talking like this. It feels... Should I just lean the opposite direction? I'm gonna lean as opposite as I possibly can with this boy. Welcome to the pad, yo. This the humble kingdom of hot spice shop hood dog, yo. What can the hood dog do for ya, big D-man? I feel like it's less of a hate crime and more of just funny white people being stupid. Yeah, how about you talk about your relationship with Emily for me? Paul, let's talk about your relationship with Emily. You two seem to have a complicated relationship. Yes. Hearing that hurt, well, you're gonna hear a bit more of it. People say you got possessive, even stalkerish. What's your side of that? Jealous? No way, dog. Complicated? Man, it was real tight. She was the queen. I was her knight. I was just keeping it real. She knew I was down for her, you know? Paul waves his hands like he's spinning bars on a street corner. His movements loose and exaggerated. She was mine, no doubt, but they don't know the story. I wasn't stalking, just trying to keep her from the worry. Couldn't let her slip like the rest of them. People talk, but I was just trying to defend. But when you care, it comes off like that sometimes. You feel me? You cross your arms, staring flatly at Paul as he bobs his head. Snapping his fingers to a rhythm only he can hear. I totally mispronounced relationship and just went with it. Right. How far did it go, though? You ever cross some lines? Paul's expression suggests he doesn't quite grasp the weight of the conversation, or doesn't care to. Intense. I was just real with her, dog. Ain't no limits when you got lots of love for someone. But I kept it cool, kept it calm, never hit. When she dipped on me, yeah, that shit didn't fit. It is now beginning to feel worse saying it like this. You know how it goes when you care too much. Things get all twisted, but I ain't no psycho. If I was stalking, why would I be standing here talking to you, huh? Ain't like that. Okay, twisted how? Were you ever physically aggressive with her? His eyes dart between your face and the floor, clearly nervous or distraught. Sometimes I was heated, but I always kept it real. Never laid a hand, just made her feel the deal. Faux real, dog. I don't swing like that. I'm hot spice, you feel me? Ain't about that act. You do this often? You talk in rhymes like that? In a very stilted and unnatural way? Almost as if you're trying to avoid a hate crime? Can't help it, man. It's just how I speak. It comes natural, like flowing from the creek. His confidence feels hollow, like a kid bragging about a bike he doesn't actually own. How about the letter I found in her room? The one where you told her she was gonna regret making you look like a fool? That she was gonna feel it soon? That's just me blowing off steam. I was pissed. People write dumb shit when they mad. I didn't mean it. You can't tell me you never said something you didn't mean. Just words, huh? Funny how threats like that tend to turn into action. And Emily's dead now. How do you think that looks for you? Look, Spice Shop ain't no killer. Yeah, I wrote that. This guy definitely has one of those soundtracks shirts. He's got like... He's the type of person who like burns all of his own SoundCloud music onto a CD and then goes to like a Big Lots parking lot, which is a defunct company that no longer actually runs. And he just tries to sell his own CDs in the parking lot. But it didn't mean nothing. I'm an artist, yo. I was gonna put that on wax, but I couldn't get to the studio. So I just wrote the letter instead. I just wanted her to listen. That's it. Paul shifts uneasily as he glances away. For a moment, his bravado cracks. You catch the faintest glimmer of something. Guilt, maybe? Regret? He quickly replaces it with a scowl. Ask about... Emily's relationships. What about Emily's relationship with her family? Her mother? What about Tommy Harris? Man, you really trying to dig into my business, huh? Tommy? Man, that dude was too busy trying to be her daddy, all up in her grill, trying to tell her what to do. Ain't no way she could be herself with him around. And her mom's? Plural? His face twists, caught up somewhere between anger and sorrow, his voice thick and low. Her mom's, Tommy. Dose two had their own things, but they ain't ever understand the way she sings. I need the truth. I need the truth. is it better or worse if I lean into the way that he is writing the way he speaks? Because I am struggling to find a happy medium here. He's so white that it's coming off horrible. Actually, you know what? Nope. Sticking to it. I'm sticking to this. Oh, it's horrible. I love it. But Tommy's got a reputation. Short-tempered, violent. Did he ever put his hands on Emily? Nah, dog. It's easier to listen to in a way. Oh, thank God. He'd knock Linda around, sure. But if he ever tried that with Emily, man, I would have handled him. You feel me? Would have beat his ass if I had to. His eyes dart to your notepad, his voice sharp. What you writing down now? Better not be biting my style, yo. He's trying to sound indignant, but there's an edge of nervousness in his tone. You think you intimidated Tommy Harris? He punctuates his words with sharp hand movements, stabbing the air with his fingers like he's in a rap battle, instead of talking about a murder. Right, let's talk about that Jacob Turner guy. Didn't she have a thing for him? Paul's hands fall into fists at his sides, knuckles whitening, but he doesn't step closer. He's angry, sure, but there's something beneath it. Fear, maybe? Or shame? He was always lurking, trying to be the good guy, trying to get close to her. You know, I saw it, man. He might have played it cool, but I wasn't blind. Okay, yeah, no, that got worse. The music is super loud. I think I was an idiot and I turned my gain down when she said I was quieter instead of turning it back up. That's my bad. Whoopsie. Oh my god, that's perfect. She had a ding for him, no doubt, but dat ain't mean she didn't know what was real. I kept watching, dough, never let it get too far. She always came back to me, you feel me? Ain't nobody was gonna take my spot. Not while I's around. Gotcha, it's much clearer now. You know anything about Emily using drugs? He avoids your eyes staring at the floor like it might give him answers. His voice wavers, though he tries to keep it steady. They ain't real, man. I don't need to say more. Hood dog no snitch, bro. Doe dat Jake bitch left me sore. Aha. Noted. Paul's chest heaves as he takes a deep breath, but it shudders on the way out. Ask about getting the fuck out of here? Oh no, vandalism at the church, I forgot. You involved in that rock through the church window? Hey, man, I ain't do no window breaking. Might be smart to come clean about it. Honestly, I don't care if you admit to it or not. I'm not here to dig into your little vandalism stunts or your beef with Pastor Ron. I just need to know if it ties back to Emily's murder. He rubs the back of his neck, fingers trembling slightly before he jams them into his pocket. You saying I get immunity if I fess up or something? Sure, Paul. Just tell me what happened. I'm not here to slap cuffs on you for that. Man, I ain't gonna lie. People like to talk. They ain't nothing better to do than point fingers, but I look. Paul smirks and throws his shoulders into a mock swagger, rapping like he's on stage. This is not going to sound very good. This is how his SoundCloud sounds. Dat rock was just a little beef with Pastor Ron. He talkin' mess, so I drew one and gone. Ain't no big deal, just a little retaliation. Don't need no explanation, you know how it be. Messed with me, now you gone see. What was the beef about, Paul? Emily visiting him? Getting her hair cut? His jaw tightens so hard you half expect him to grind his teeth to dust. Hells yeah, dog, that guy's a creep, straight up. I seen something, and y'all ain't gonna believe this. Oh? Couple weeks back, I slipped into church, you know, real quiet. Wanted to see what this dude's deal really is. And guess what? Caught him in the back, pants down, jerking it to some pornos, right after Emily was there. That don't seem right, does it? You jot down a note and scratch the scratch of your pen filling the silence between his words. He watches you carefully, almost like he's trying to read your thoughts. That's a bold claim. You sure about what you saw? Dead sure, yo. How am I supposed to read that in the widest voice pod? You know what? Full bore. I saw it. I need to say this. Kurakuma is babysitting me and we're playing WoW. Yay! Babysitting? Why babysitting? This totally hinged sentence. Dead sure, yo. I did myself in. Lots of pain. Oh. I mean, as long as you're okay. That's sibling talk right there. Here, it's okay. Let me make you feel better. Dead sure, yo, I saw his cock out. Dude a freak, no doubt. I ain't got no proof, but my gut says he's more than just a perv. He's dangerous, detective. What if he got violent with Emily? Maybe she caught him doing something or knew something she wasn't supposed to. Ain't hard to connect the dots. You're the only one saying this. That's a wild charge, Paul. You're accusing a man of murder with nothing to back it up, just your intuition. Yeah, intuition. Call it whatever, but I know what I seen, and I know people. Ron ain't clean, man. You think he's just sitting up dere reading his Bible all holy like? Nah, that dude's hiding something. You need to check him out before he get away with it. He sniffles, a sharp, quick sound, and he tries to cover it with a cough, straightening up like it never happened. Okay, tell me about the statue head. So you admit to the church window, but what about the missing statue head at Remedy Cooper's house? His voice rises, not out of anger, but something closer to desperation. Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with the head. That's some other fool you misled. What? You sure about that? You really had no part in the statue? Paul gestures broadly, his hands moving with a flourish as if performing again. Man, I told you, that's a different game. I ain't touch it. Don't put me in that frame. Cut the shit with the rhymes, Paul. This isn't a fucking joke. It's a gift. Don't hate. Just respect. That's how I roll. I got rhymes to collect. Those don't rhyme. No, now they kinda do. He swallows hard, his nostrils flaring. Chill. That statue. I ain't yo guy fo dat. I admit to the window, but ain't nobody messin' with no statue head. Not my style. Any idea who did miss with the statue? How should I know, dog? Maybe that weird drifter guy, but I don't know. That's just mystery. That'll do for now, Paul. Stay out of trouble and don't even think about skipping town. Yeah, detective. Y'all know where to find me. Ain't like I'm going anywhere. Please go somewhere. Away from me, preferably. His fingers drum on the side of his leg, the rhythm uneven. He's clearly relieved to see you leaving. I am also relieved to be leaving. Actually, one more thing. God damn it. What's with the name? Oh, okay, this is fair. Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog. Sounds like a menu item. A smirk appears on his face, clearly proud of himself. Oh no. It's a brand, man. Hot Spice, 'cause I bring the heat. Shop Hood, 'cause I keep it in the streets. Dog, 'cause I'm loyal, you know. That's my word. It's unique. Memorable. Ain't nobody else got a name like it, 'cause it's too fucking long and weird. He gestures grandly like he's introducing himself on stage, but there's a hint of insecurity in his eyes. Yeah, unique's one way to put it. You think I should trim it down, though? Like, keep it just Hot Spice? Or maybe Spice Shop? Shop Hood? Hood Dog? What you think, D-Man? Gimme something real. Why not just hot dog? He folds his arms, clearly irritated. Hot dog? Man, you playing with me now. I ain't no joke. You kind of are, though. Suggest the name... I don't know. I like Hot Spice. Hot Spice is fun. Or Hood Dog. Ooh, Hood Dog could be good. I think Hood Dog is good. Hood Dog rolls off the tongue. I could see, working for you. He leans back, nodding slowly. Hood Dog. Yeah, that's got some swagger to it. Alright, detective, I'll keep that one in mind. Might be onto something. Glad I could help with your branding. Now try to stay out of trouble, Paul. His expression appears contemplative as he thinks about his new alias. Peace out, yo. Oh, this door is open. Wait, no one seems to be home. However, the door is ajar. Okay. The door is ajar. Clear invitation, isn't it? The Fourth Amendment isn't just a suggestion. Any search without a warrant could dismantle this case entirely. But what if Jacob's hiding something critical inside? You weigh the risks. One step inside can cover the truth. Or leave you empty-handed in court. Oh, that's... The door isn't ajar. The door is silly. Oh, can I come back? Okay, I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna come back to this door. Yeah, clearly I want to enter the apartment. Let me in. Okay, so he is not here. There are some documents on the table. Found what appear to be personal journal entries. Oh, perfect. Yes, absolutely read them. Can we speed this back? I thought I could lay low here, but now it feels like I'm being watched. I can't shake this feeling. There's someone in the shadows, someone who knows too much about me. Buckfield's supposed to be quiet, calm. I never expected to feel this cornered. If I can't shake them, I don't know what might happen or who might get hurt. What? What does that mean? June 12th. I've been careful, but it doesn't feel like enough anymore. Emily's been so good to me, but I can't drag her into this mess. I'm on borrowed time, and so is she. People I owe in Portland, they won't forget and they don't forgive. I can feel it closing in. Oh, shit. I found a clue. You knew her better than you let on, you lying sack of shit. What kind of trouble are you in? Did you get that girl killed? You'll need to confront Jacob about what these entries mean, but you've got to be extra careful. Admitting to an unlawful search could jeopardize the entire case. Avoid getting too specific. Okay. Is there anything else in here that I can get into? Wait, what? Realizing the sleek lines hide a small secret compartment beneath you, open the compartment. Inside the fighter jet's secret compartment, you find several small baggies, a couple of pints, and a gram scale. Oh my god, they were doing drugs! Oh my god, they were! There are no drugs present, but Jacob's drug paraphernalia is still a major discovery, confirming at least in part what you've learned about this character up to this point. Can I take a shit in his bathroom? The bastard lied to me. Yeah, obviously. Gotta be careful, yeah. Avoid being too specific. Door is locked, perhaps it leads to the bathroom. There's toilet paper up there. Let me wreck his shit. Okay. With the computer. Maybe better not to contact headquarters using Jacob's phone. Yeah. I want to use his computer. God damn it. Damn the early 2000s. Okay. Books? Novels, reference text. Damn it, his yaoi sucks. Shelf has some miscellaneous items, a pair of Nike Air Max 94s. They're worn, not necessarily rather used and heavy. Size 11. While the size doesn't match the size 10.5 Timberland Premium 6-inch waterproof boots found at the crime scene, the two sizes are close enough to suggest a possible link. Okay. Is he gonna come back at any point? Am I gonna, like, find him outside of the apartment? Okay, no. I guess we don't matter about that. That is a major fucking clue. Those are very, very good clues. And nobody saw me do it, which means I got away scot-free. I suppose we're gonna confront Jacob first about all of this juicy, juicy gossip that we were able to find about him. Completely and utterly legally, because I am the law. And the law said that I was allowed to enter that apartment. And then, after we confront him, then we will go and talk to the grieving mother, Linda, who apparently had a life insurance policy out on her own daughter. Which is not a good look, Linda. What the fuck? Oh, Jacob. Who did you have following you? Leave me the... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not doing his voice right. Hold on. Leave me the fuck alone. Wanna chat? Call my lawyer. Perhaps now is a good time to confront Jacob with what you found in his apartment. Yes. Confront him right now. As much as I'd love to let you get back to alphabetizing dust jackets and perfecting your shushing technique, we need to talk about things you've been hiding. Your secrets. Secrets? You're full of shit. You have nothing, and we both know it. Do you write much, Jacob? Keep a journal, maybe? His lips part, but no words come out. He's visibly shaken, caught off guard. A journal? What is this? Amateur psychoanalysis? Why would you ask me something like that? His face reddens, the cocky edge gone, replaced by an unmistakable scowl. Writing things down. It's a way to process thoughts, right? Get things off your chest. Some people get pretty honest in their journals. Too honest, sometimes. If I had a journal, and I'm not saying I do, it wouldn't be any of your damn business. You can't just barge in here throwing accusations around. The shift in his mood is palpable as fury replaces surprise. Relax, Jacob. I'm just asking. You seem nervous. I'm not nervous, detective. I'm pissed. Either arrest me or get the hell out of my face. You ignore the outburst. What about your shoes, Jacob? What size do you wear? Jacob blinks, startled by the question, before letting out a short, incredulous laugh. Shoes? Seriously, what's next? You want my shirt size, too? Yeah, buddy, if I'm going to be spending the night next week, I need to know what shirt size you wear so that I can replace whatever shirt I steal from you. That's what boyfriends do. Humor me. His hands twitch, itching for a reaction, his whole body brimming with tension. Size 11. Why? You find some magical clue in someone's sneakers? You pause for effect, then lean slightly closer. Let's just say shoe sizes can be very revealing. Well, you're barking up the wrong tree, detective. With a shrug and a wink, he reclaims his confidence. What about other habits, Jacob? The kind that leave evidence behind. Stuff people don't expect to be found. A moment of hesitation flashes across his face, but it's gone before he can even register it. This again. This is bullshit, and you know it. I don't have anything to say to you. The sharpness of his voice grows, cold and dangerous as his patience runs out. No, you don't. But when people keep things like paraphernalia hidden, it usually tells a story all on its own. And I'm a pretty good reader, Jacob. I've read all of the dialogue in this game, for example. I know words. With a quick, invisible laugh, he wipes away the anger and steps back into his usual self-assured pose. I'm done with this. Unless you're here with a warrant, this conversation is over. And if you keep pulling this crap, I'll call Michael Whipple. He'd love to have a chat with you about harassment. Whipple, huh? Portland's finest ambulance chaser. I should have known you'd have him on speed dial. He's grinning now, his tone dripping with mock politeness. Oh, he's more than just speed dial. One phone call, and he'll make sure this whole thing blows up in your face. So unless you've got something real, detective, I suggest you leave. One more thing. Emily's aunt, Carol Mitchell, says that she saw you and Emily heading towards the abandoned mall. Want to explain that? He blinks momentarily and then breaks into a sardonic laugh. Emily's aunt? I knew she was deaf, but I didn't know she was blind, too. She absolutely didn't see me. Maybe that weird drifter that's been hanging around, but not me. What's his story, anyway? I don't know, I haven't looked at him. Don't change the subject, Jacob. She's not blind, and she saw enough to make me ask you why you were there. Jacob shakes his head slowly, the smirk fading from his lips. That wasn't me. I never went there. Whatever she thinks she saw, she's wrong. Funny how you're always misunderstood, Jacob. You sure that's the story you want to stick with? Mocking you, he gives you an exaggerated shrug as if he could care less. Stick with? Detective, I'm not changing anything. Arrest me if you've got the guts, or stop wasting my time. Yeah, I don't want to arrest you right now. Enjoy your afternoon, Jacob. I'll be in touch. Can't wait, he calls out, voice light but tinged with defiance. Next time, bring a fucking library card. That's what he said last time, too. I really like that voice. I think it's a lot of fun. Guess I'll just follow up with Linda then. Knock on the door? Yes, please. Mrs. Johnson? You're back. I can't remember what voice I gave her, but I do remember wrecking her toilet, so, Oh, hey. You got several bottles of wine. Oh, great. More questions. You decide to bring up Linda's shoes. She'd have really big shoes if she did do it. My shoe size? What? Are you planning on buying me a new pair? Just routine questions. Do you own Timberland Premium 6-inch waterproof boots? Timberlands? Please, I'm a size 8 and those things are too bulky for me. Why does that matter anyway? Yeah, I had a feeling. Just tying up loose ends. A bitter laugh escapes her, following by a shake of her head, her expression a mix of disbelief and fury. Loose ends? Or are you just looking for another way to make me out to be a monster? My daughter was murdered, Detective. I'd never hurt her. Never. Scribbling shorthand into your notebook, you make a point to underline a particular phrase. Interesting. Linda's shoes. Mind if I ask you? Oh wait, I just literally... Okay, just kept the option there. Da, 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 da. Please fast forward your dialogue, ma'am. I came across something interesting, Linda. That life insurance policy you took out on Emily. Care to explain? Her hands flatter her hips and her eyes flash with indignation as her tone sharpens. Oh, for heaven's sake, you're really going there. It was just practical. I'm her mother. I had to think about the future. Do you have any idea what it costs to bury someone? Or what might happen if something terrible occurred? I wasn't going to be caught unprepared. Convenient, though, that you made yourself the sole beneficiary. She crosses her arms tightly over her chest, her nails digging into her sleeves as she glares at you. To be no, wait. Because Carol, her aunt, could have... Yeah, they could have given stuff to her aunt, too. Who else was I supposed to name? Her father? He's been dead for years. And don't you dare imply I had anything to do with what happened to her. Emily was my world. She gestures towards the door as though ready to end the conversation if pushed any further. Why take out a policy in the first place? That's not exactly common for a teenager. Because Emily wasn't like other teenagers, okay? She was dabbling in things. Drugs, risky behavior. I worried about her, Detective, every single day. That policy wasn't because I wanted anything to happen to her. It was because I was scared something might. You think that was easy for me? It was the worst decision I ever had to make. But I was just trying to protect her in my own way. Some might call it suspicious. Her voice quivers, not with sadness, but barely restrained anger as she spits out her response. Suspicious? You're unbelievable. My daughter is dead, and you're sitting here pointing the finger at me? I loved Emily. I would have done anything for her, and I'll say it again. I'd never hurt her. So unless you've got something real to ask me, we're done here. The pen pauses over the notebook for a moment as you weigh the significance of what was just said. Okay. Yeah, I'm done. Bye. You've got nerve, Detective. Accusing me of whatever this is. Emily deserved better than all of this. better than you poking at her mother like I'm the enemy. I'm just searching for the truth, Linda. That's all I'm after. Why don't you start searching for her fucking murderer? Start looking for somewhere else. Sure, bye. I don't want to be around you either. You're not exactly the most pleasant lady in the world. Hey, Tommy, do you exist? No, you're gone. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're not here. I do think I am going to end it for tonight. It is getting late. I've got a little guy to hang out with tomorrow. It's gonna be great. But yeah, for now. Thank you for joining the High Seraph and the Chorus of Angels.